say.
It's so funny that like, do you want, what flavor would you like? Have you had the blue?
No, I haven't.
Do you want to try a new
try
one?
The blue.
Okay.
Are they sponsoring you yet?
No. I just
we
like
need to
them.
get them to I hope you should tag them.
I'll tag them.
Like you should do like a cheers at the beginning. I'm not even fucking with you.
I can't believe you've had these.
I'll tell you this because I've been working in content production for 3 years. Like all these brands, they know that this is free advertising for them. So if you tag them and shit, they will send you free shit.
All right, I need to tag them.
That's how I keep getting free anime stuff.
Smart.
I would just tag them and they'd be like, do you want stuff? And they'll be like, yeah. And they'll be like, because like think about like an ad post. They post this, it gets 10 likes. You posting this, that's like 200 minimum. Let's say 2,000 depending on what you're wearing, but
not today. I was in a big shirt mood.
Yeah, but I was in the titty mood, so it's okay. I've been in
You'll help
quarantine
out.
because my ass is burnt right now.
What did you? Oh, from the beach?
That's why I don't leave the house. Are we recording now?
Yeah, we're going.
Okay.
I'll see.
Don't tell anyone my cheating free product tips.
No, we'll cut that out. No, we won't. So I was always drinking Celsius, and I've always had it on the pod, and I just hate how small the can is, and I never got that much of a boost. And the weird thing is this has half the amount of caffeine and gives me way more energy.
You need the tall boys.
I need the tall boys.
From our college years.
I know. Put it in a brown bag and I'm set.
Do you have a red Solo cup we can pour these into?
Oh, yes. And I'll get way too excited. Oh, that's the days.
Oh, these are so good. Yeah, I had the black cherry ones at an event I went to, and they just had like a whole crate that they were like, well, no one drank them. And I was like, just put it in my car. And then I found out later on I wasn't supposed to steal it. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, there could have been worse things you could steal.
Yeah, I could have stolen money, but instead I took caffeinated ice water.
Caffeine to make you money.
I'm glad you drink caffeine at 4 p.m. I will say. It makes me, because I'm going to get coffee. Actually, you know Jackie Brown.
Yeah.
We're going to go get lunch at 2. And I was like, let's go somewhere with coffee. She goes, are you insane? I was like, I drink coffee like 4 times a day.
Me too. I'll be editing at night, 7 p.m. coffee. I like have a caffeine problem.
I think it's a solution, but I don't know if it's a Seattle in me, but like when I lived with my parents for like a couple weeks before I moved here, because you know I had nowhere else to stay, and they drink coffee at 8 p.m. and it bugs me. Like I'm like, that's a little too late. Like what my mom does is she'll make dinner, and then as soon as you're done, she'll be like, are you done? She'll take the plate and replace it with dessert and give you a coffee. I'm like, I haven't swallowed my last bite. They do this every night, and I'm like, no wonder why you guys have health problems.
Oh, no. My dad's the same. He's always been like this since I remember, and still to this day. After, like, at the end of the day, when he's all done with everything, time for the couch time, he makes a coffee. Not a decaf.
Yeah, just like a straight up, just raw dogging caffeine just at 9 p.m.
Doing it. And then 30 minutes later, he's passed out on the couch.
Not me. It's like I want to afford cocaine, but I can't. So I just drink coffee before I leave every time. Just a little espresso shot to go.
I used to take Adderall in college, so that now I just like my tolerance is so high.
Yeah, now we're
just
old.
Like, yeah. Now we don't have the good stuff, so we just have to drink sparkling ice.
Yeah, we have sparkling ice tall boys. Shout out to
what up?
Sparkling ice tall boys. Thank you for today's sponsorship.
Yes. Thank you for nothing so far.
I would say I'm really happy you're having me on your podcast. As every podcast I've been on has been a dude's for like the last 2 or 7 years of my life.
Well, I'm happy to be a female podcaster.
Thank you.
Lisa Wallen, everybody. Yay. That's how you say your last name,
yes,
right?
Thank you. I know. I really fucked that up with the Weasel Allen online. People call me Weasel now, and I'm like, I'll take it. I'll just be a snitch.
Oh, it's fun though.
It is, but I wish Lisa Wallen Realtor didn't take my username on everything.
A realtor took it?
I know.
We have to find her.
And then somebody just got the name on Twitter in 2007, like first tweet, and then never came back. And I was like, Lisa Wallen, you fucking bitch.
Well, the realtor one, we know where to find her.
Yeah.
We just go to one of the houses.
I could just Google her address of one of the places she's listing, and I'll just be like, I need your name now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We get some free food, and then we jump her, and we say, all we need is your @ sign.
And she'll probably charge me for it because people do that shit now. They charge people for their names, and I'm like, I'll just be Weasel. It's fine. I can just be Weasel. People can just think my name is exotic.
It is fun.
They learn and then it's not.
Wait, so back to the coffee thing. Is Seattle really, is it up the hype? Like, is it, what is this phrase? Does the coffee in Seattle meet the hype?
So I will say the shops here are way cuter because it's LA. They're like, everything needs to be attractive. But what Seattle has that LA doesn't, that I fucking hate, is that LA has no drive-through coffee.
Yeah.
In Seattle, there's one on every corner. So like today, leaving the Valley, I was like, I could leave a bit early and get a coffee. I looked up drive-through places. There's one Starbucks in 20 minutes. I was like, are you kidding me? And like, I don't know. Have you been to the Northwest Seattle much?
I have never been to Seattle.
Well, if you go up there, you also need to be careful which coffee shops you go to, because a big thing is bikini lingerie coffee shops.
What?
They're everywhere. And like literally you have to be like Ladybug coffee. Is that a woman in her panties? Am I going to pay $18 for an Americano to see a teenager in a bra? Like, you really have to be careful. There's so many of them.
That is, I mean, I went to Tokyo and they had the cafes with the cute little girls and stuff, but Seattle?
It is the biggest thing there, is like, they're every drive-through. It's like, you'll have like a regular one, then it'll be like, Breeze buns. And I'll be like, does that mean pastries? And then you'll be like, nope, that wasn't pastries, which I don't mind. The fact is that they charge literally $18 for a coffee.
I was going to say, is it more expensive?
It is. And a lot of girls I went to high school with, it's like, if you weren't Mormon, you worked at a bikini stand. Like, that was like the red pill or the blue pill in my high school was that. And all the girls got their boobs done by the same guy, and they all came out terrible. And I remember when I was thinking about getting my boobs done, they were like, oh, you got to go to this guy. And I'm like, I don't think so. Sorry.
At least you got to see what's going on.
I was like, I've seen a lot of your guys' boobs everywhere, and I still need to stick out. But no, it is a huge thing there. And coming here, it's like, obviously Seattle and LA have a bunch of differences, but that specific one really bugs me because I love drive-through coffee places so much. And I'm like, oh.
There's really none. And not only are there no drive-through coffee places, there's nowhere to park to get coffee usually.
Right? I have to get out of my car, which is already annoying, but I don't even know where to park my car. I just want to park. I saw somebody, like my first week I moved here, I saw a guy in a Tesla, which is like, you know, it's like a raccoon here.
It is. There's so many Teslas.
There's way too many. And I was at a coffee place in Studio City, and he just parked his car in the middle of the road, like in the turning lane, to go inside and get a coffee. And I was like, okay. No one honked at him. No one cared. I'm like, I'm going to start doing that.
I mean, as long as you don't get a ticket, kind of asshole baller move. I don't know.
It was a very huge asshole. Like, he got out of the car. I was like, that's an asshole, not a cool guy. But I was like, that is fascinating to me. It's like, coffee is not a convenient thing to get here.
No, and you need it.
Yeah, so thank you again, Sparkling Ice.
Of course, Sparkling Ice. I feel bad. Sometimes I grab coffees, but I've been so addicted to these lately. I'm like,
we're going to get you that sponsorship.
It's like the cheapest drink too.
If you not tag them, I will tag them. Be like, look, man, these are $13 a month for a pack, and I can't afford that. We're on comedy funds here. Okay?
It's really tight. The money's tight. You got to give us. Hi. Have you ever seen a poor comedian in need? Well, go to LA. They're everywhere.
Perfectly caffeinated. That keeps us away from our problems.
Oh, just for a little bit.
I can taste the laughter in a can.
Oh, yeah. Is it too much? I don't think so. Perfectly caffeinated.
Watch you become their spokesperson in like 6 months.
I'm like, I quit comedy. It's all I do.
Misery Loves Mandy, sponsored by Sparkling Ice.
Wow, we've really nailed it.
Yeah,
Thank you for
good.
helping.
High five.
Wow. I'm glad your
Congratulations.
boobs are out because we need that for this. We need your help.
I really love this though.
Oh, thank you.
The universal, because it's got like the weird, the old label.
Yeah.
I'm very much in a big t-shirt mood most of the time because I stream on Twitch. If I wear this on Twitch, I'd make more money, but I'm not smart.
Wait, so what do you tell me what you do on Twitch? I don't know that world at all. Like,
I didn't either until I started. I Googled, I'm like, what is twitching? Is this like a fetish?
Is it called twitching?
It's called streaming, but my mom is like, you still twitching these days?
Aw.
I started during the pandemic because I wasn't doing comedy, and I was like, well, what's something else I can do? I like my podcast at the time was doing okay, but my host kind of sucked, and I was like, shout out to I forgot your name. That's how much you sucked. I play a lot of video games, clearly, and so everyone's like, just start streaming, you'll do great. And I got hired by a company that was called G4. I don't know if you've heard of them.
Mm-mm.
The only way anyone with a normal mind would know them is because Olivia Munn started her acting career on G4 back in 2008. And they tried to bring it back. It was an old gaming channel. And I got hired as like one of their writers for their stream channel. And they're like, well, we can't have you be in anything unless you stream. And so I was like, okay, I'll start streaming. And then literally the next week, the quarantine happened. So I was like, oh, fate has won me.
Big time.
And it's hard to make money, I'll say that. But basically, I'm live for about 4 hours a night.
Wow.
And I do this 3 or 4 nights a week on top of comedy. Hence, it's like
Caffeine.
a lot of cocaine. I play a lot of video games, and I'm really knowledgeable in video games, and I did not know I was good at them. When I started playing, I was a very like casual gamer. Like someone who's just like, oh, I just love Nintendo, blah, blah, blah. I say that with all the tattoos. But then I really wanted to start playing things that would be more entertaining. Because I was like, I'm a comedian. Like, I don't want to sit here and be like, oh, I beat a level. And so like, well, you should play like really, really hard games. I was like, okay, I'll do that. And I started playing all these hard games, and then I just get drunk every night because there was no rules during the pandemic.
I drank so much during the pandemic.
I did shrooms on stream. I think that's illegal. And then I would just spend like 5 hours on one boss just drunk, but I'd hang out with my community. And that's the thing about Twitch people love is when you first start, you're like, I'm just playing video games for people. But then you have people who watch you play for 16, 20 hours a week, and they become your friends. Mm-hmm. So it's like they have my humor, my memes. They know all about my life. Like, not all of it, but
they understand who you are.
Yeah, and I have like a thing called a Discord, which is like, you know what Discord is?
I know what it is, but another thing that I just never really have seen.
It's okay. You have a life. You don't need any of this. It's basically like a forum where it's like, this is Lisa's lobby. I call them Lisa's Weasels. And it's like people go in there, post their pet pictures, movie recommendations, and they all know what I like. So they'll be like, oh, you love this game. You love this movie. And I was like, I've never had this in my life.
Oh, it's so sweet.
If I did, it was like creepy stalker guys, not like cool people from stream. And then, I built a lot of connections, which led me to eventually living here. It was all because comedy gave me no opportunities. But
so you moved here because of that?
Because of my job, yeah.
Okay.
Well, mainly because I needed to get out of Seattle.
Yes.
But also, it's like when you're 33 and single in the city for too long, I'm like, I need to get the fuck out. I need to be with all the other sad, lonely people. And they're all here.
We're all here.
And they're all here until they're like 60. They're still alone. I've realized that.
Yes.
I was like, great.
My friend went through a breakup, and so wait, you're 33? I'm 33. Yeah.
When's your birthday?
June 7th.
Mine will be November 1st. I'll be 34 this year. I know. And I'm going to age so much because I've been out of the sun for 33 years. And I come here and I'm like, yeah. I'm already peeling.
It's a lot. I'm from Florida, so it was like sun, baby oil tanning, and now I'm like, so I went to the dermatologist the other day. I was breaking out, and I was like, I'm getting a lot of brown spots on my face, and she goes, oh, so brown spot, and I was like, but I've been so good, like I wear so much sunscreen now, what's going on? And she goes, oh, those show up 15 years later, and I go, it's a flashback of me at 15. And I'm like, Oh, okay.
In high school, they're like, you want to have matte skin, you want to go tanning every day, and you want to put on that tingly shit that has SPF 4 in it.
Yes.
Oh my God. Jersey Shore really fucked up Jersey Shore is the number one cause of cancer. I sincerely think that among millennials. I wear so much sunscreen, and I dated this guy last year who, like, I remember one night we were like, I didn't have any makeup on, we're making dinner. He goes, oh my God, I never noticed he had such cute freckles. I'm like, I have freckles. And I went to the bathroom, I was like, oh my God, I have freckles. And I started crying. I was like, that's sun damage. And he's like, but it's cute sun damage. I'm like, I didn't have this before. It was very eye-opening. So I was just, I literally douse myself in like SPF 70 every day now.
I do too.
Yeah.
I have the worst than the cute freckles. I have white freckles.
Yeah, I get those too.
Oh, I'm going to get sleeves like you. I just need to cover these up. Because the worst part about those is there's like no reversing it.
Yeah, just get way too many tattoos. That's my solution for everything. Never take any advice from me. Everyone's like, why do you get so many tattoos? I'm like, get bored how I look. One day my whole body's just going to be a tattoo. It's fine.
It's great. Your tattoos are beautiful though.
That's the thing is I moved here and I'm like, it's 90 degrees. Why is everyone wearing long sleeve shirts? Like, it was bugging me as old people. And then I was like, okay, now I'm that person because it's 90 degrees out. I have color tattoos. They'll fade. It's too much to keep rubbing shell. So I'm walking around my fucking fanny pack, my long sleeves and my hat. I moved here to show off my tattoos and I'm hiding them 90% of the day.
I am so disgusting looking when I go hiking. I look like I'm wearing like a wide brimmed hat that my ponytail could go through, my fanny pack, a big shirt, and I'm just like,
we could be the cutest elder millennials. We could do like the speed walking too.
Yes, totally.
I'm in my fanny pack era, so it's really just getting worse over time. I look like someone I look like a mom going to Disneyland in like December when I go hiking. So I feel you.
That is exactly what I look like.
Yeah.
And then you see those hot ass like walk in and like in the cute matching outfits, and I'm just like, fucking bitch.
Yeah, right. I'm like, yeah, and they're all 20 years old. They have no hip dips. They have no primordial pouch or whatever. They just have, their skin's too tight. Like,
too
that's
tight.
How, like, you know, like, I'm like every time I like meet somebody who's like, I work in esports, which is Twitch stuff. Like, it's a very generational thing. Like, I kind of realized that not a lot of people our age knew what it was, and I have like a whole bit about it on stage.
About esports?
Yeah, esports.
I know what esports is, but it's because,
yeah. I think working in entertainment, you kind of just have to learn. It's like learning a new lingo among the children. What they're saying. What's mid? I don't know what that means. Like, you just learn a new word. But everyone I work with, except for the people my age, are like 20 and 25 years old. And I just look at these girls. I'm like, do you even remember 9/11? Were you around when 9/11 happened? Their necks are just like, there's no imperfections. Their skin's so tight. Like, I could pull on it and it just go back. And I'm like, and then I try to have a conversation with them. And I'm like, this is what grosses me out about people who date people so much younger than them. It's like, what do you guys talk about?
Yeah.
Like, we have nothing. Like, I'm such a dork that my way of knowing if someone's too young for me is what video game console came out when they were born.
Ooh, that's a good one, though.
Because, like, when I was born, it was like Nintendo, Super Nintendo. But I met someone the other day, like, when I was born, it was the Xbox. I'm like, ugh.
Oh, yeah.
Yikes, dude. I was fucking when the Xbox came out. So
I was obsessed.
I could have fucked your dad.
The Xbox coming out. That is weird to hear. Because I remember when Xbox came out, it was like a whole big thing.
Yeah,
There's
I was like 14, 15. Yeah, I was fucking then. I don't care. It's fine. Trauma.
15. What's
up? Now look at us. We're all old wearing fanny packs. I don't want to fuck anyone now. It's too much work.
Oh, God. That's why, yeah, you got to get into a relationship and then you can just have lazy sex.
Yeah, you teach me all about dating in LA because so far it's been terrible.
Oh, really? Have you been on dates? Dates?
I've been on a date, and then I was like kind of seeing someone when I got here, and they did the whole like, you know, this is the difference between Seattle. I'm gonna be anti-men for a bit. This is the difference between Seattle men and like LA men. It's like, I've been single for 6 years. Like, how long have you been single? Am I allowed to ask this?
Well, before Matt?
Yeah. Oh, wait, you guys are together? I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You just got
You could be roommates.
You could be roommates.
It's comedy.
So Matt is my boyfriend, also a comedian, which I would have never thought I would do before.
Yeah, I've done it, you know.
When it works, it works.
Yeah. Congratulations on that.
It makes life easier, but if it didn't work, that would really suck.
I dated one comedian, but we're on really good terms. So I'll say that.
Is he in Seattle?
No, he's here. And I can't tell you who it is on this podcast. I'll tell you after the show. It'll be a Patreon exclusive, actually.
Oh, yeah.
If Sparkling Ice gives you that sponsor, I'll spill the beans. No, I've been single for 6 years because, like, you know, just I went through a lot of shit in my 20s, and then the pandemic started, and then after that I was like, all right, I gotta get fucking laid. And then everybody, at least in Seattle, either was like, I gotta rush to get a wife right now.
Really?
Or it was, now that I'm out of the pandemic, I just want to be like the biggest sociopath in the world. And that was like, I couldn't find like a middleman.
Mm-hmm.
And
a normal person.
And then I would just keep going older and older. I was like, okay, the 30s, the 35s are done. How about the 35s? Okay, they're not as good. Okay, the 40s and a little, I got to move to LA. Like, because everyone I know here, a lot of my friends kept getting younger and younger in Seattle. So I moved to LA and I'm like, okay, everyone's my age and older. And then I get here and like the person I'm seeing is in their 40s and they're like, I could date someone younger than Lisa. That was like the thing. I was like, what?
No.
Also, hey, I look good.
You look amazing.
And he did not. So I was like, I'm not going to be the person to shame you, but yeah, you can date someone younger than me, but good luck having fun with that.
Yeah.
Again, what do you guys talk about?
Like music when it comes on, just everything.
Yeah. Like, I'm like, do they even know what an iPod is?
Probably
show
not.
them a flip phone. Ask them to type in something with their finger. Like, it just was blowing my mind. So I was like, you know what? Then this is my time to just do all the fun shit I want to do. So I've been drinking coffee like 5 times. Finally, living my life.
Maybe you'll meet a guy that loves coffee.
Yeah, maybe.
Not too old.
We'll see. If you're out there, Sparkling Ice, if you have a sponsored, if you have a guy on your team who's single,
just comment below.
Yeah.
Find us on Instagram.
No, it's just been like, you know, I get here and it's like, what am I even doing? Like, I don't even have time to date. Like, I'm so busy and I'm trying to like hang out with my friends. I'm like trying to meet new people. Being here is very overwhelming, exhausting, but I tried it and I was like, not my thing right now.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go back to being lonely and playing video games for children. It seems to work out for me that way.
I think the best thing to do is you doing you and then meeting someone through friends or just out in public. Because the people online are just crazy.
It's weird. And also, I'm very private.
Mm-hmm.
Like, on dating apps, I have no comedian listed, no streamer, blah, blah. Because if you Google me, then you can literally find me live that night and to see what's she like. And I'm like, you fucking bitch, to a robot who like beat my character. Like, I don't need everyone knowing my shit. Like, I love it when I run into a comedian on a dating app because I'm like, what are you doing? Do you want me to go see all your material?
Yep.
Like, I was eating this guy's ass the other day. Or I know, guy or girl. I don't know. Seattle, we just fuck everyone.
LA's the same.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't need to see that before I meet you. And I don't need you to see this about me before you meet me.
Yeah,
so,
I think you should get to know each other first.
Yeah. And everyone loves to share their Instagrams here.
Oh, is it on the profiles now?
I'm gonna oh my God, you'll just live vicariously through me now. I'll just be like, look at this guy putting, and most of it's like, I just want you to see how many followers I have and that I have a check mark. And I'm like, ugh, like,
no.
That must mean you might be able to kill me and get away with it. That's what I see. It's like, yeah, you might have connections. So,
oh, yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah.
That's a whole other level. Well, everyone out here, everyone's on, what is that, Raya?
Yeah, they've had me on the wait list for over a year now. I think
what? How would you not be on that?
I have emailed them.
You should do it.
I tagged them on Instagram. Was like, hey, I really want to see who's on here. When I was in Seattle, because it's like I was there. I was born and raised in Seattle, so it's like I knew everyone. I've been all the places I want to go. I'm like, I want to see who's on here, and they were like, no. I'm like, what? So I'm still waiting.
Oh, okay, so we're going to also tag Raya
into
this podcast.
Tagging Raya. Please let Lisa be on there so she can come back and tell you about all the terrible celebrities.
Yes,
she went
exactly.
on dates with.
If you're listening and you don't know what Raya is, a dating site for celebrities or people in the industry, pretty much, right?
I think it's just anyone with more than 1,000 followers at this point. I know people who have it that don't do anything. Like, oh, I got Raya. I'm like, how? What do you do? Like, I don't know. I just signed up for it. I think at this point it's like anyone.
I'd be annoyed if I matched with someone who, not like I care that they're somebody, but like established as in like doing well in life. And then it's just some fucking loser.
Yeah, especially if I'm on the waiting list for a year.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'm a loser, but I've been...
You're not a loser.
I have some kind of credit, okay? I worked hard to be a loser, okay? Not like this sweaty guy.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It'll work out. I think like anytime you try, it's just
I don't even want to.
much.
Nobody talk to me. I'll just say that. Just don't even message me. Let's just forget about all of this. I just want my free sparkling ice. That's why I came on here. No, it is nice because my job, like, you know it. Like, how long have you been doing comedy?
I'm on 10 years now. So we've been doing it the same.
Oh my God. Oh, you're like the Florida me.
I am.
With way less tattoos and a successful relationship. Because like our jobs require us, we meet so many people all the time. And in my actual like day job, I meet people all the time. Like it's like I'm always going to esports events, gaming events, and I think like I tell myself, yeah, it would be nice to be with someone, but at the same time, I'm so fucking busy. And then I come home and I have 3 cats screaming at me. So I'm like, and like they all sleep on my bed. I'm like, there's no room. We can like sleep together and you have to go on the couch because this is where my cats sleep.
Yeah, the cats would be so sad.
Yeah, that's why I had to get a roommate here specifically for my cats. Like I was like, I am not leaving them again. Yeah.
Did you hear? Oh, Matt was telling me, I think they were talking about it on Theo Vaughn's podcast, that I forgot what the guest was that he had on, but that cats will eat your face if you die.
I hope they do. I don't want anyone else touching me when I die. They deserve it. I hope I outlive my cats, obviously, but if I don't, like they can have me.
That's sweet of you.
It is. I also think about that movie Aristocats.
Yeah.
And I love how she's just like this old, glamorous, rich woman who's like, I'm gonna give the house to my cats when I die. I'm like, you should also give your corpse to them. Like you should give them the gift of parting.
Maybe she did.
She probably did. It's expensive to have a funeral. Just feed me to the cats.
So expensive. They said the cats don't even wait long. Like a couple hours or so.
I think my cats have tried it while I was sleeping. When I had COVID, they were getting a little too close. My roommate's like, oh, they're so sweet. I'm like, they're trying to wait for me to die. They're not cuddling. They're just like, you're getting a little salty.
Oh my God.
They're brining me while I'm sleeping. Because they always say that cats that need on you and like clean you are usually they're trying to heal you. They say like cat purrs have healing properties. I'm like, no, they're trying to comfort you to death. They're trying to get you to die. They're like, what if I just they purr you to death and then you die and then they eat you. That's it. They're deceiving little creatures.
Man.
You have any pets?
No, we talked about it, but we're not home. We go on the road and shit, so it's like, but we would do cat.
Yeah, cats pretty much take care of themselves.
It'd be a lot easier.
Don't be like me and get a feral male cat because
is he wild?
He was. When I first got him, he peed on everything.
Oh, it's okay. I pee on everything.
Oh yeah. Okay, great. Yeah. We're the same. No, I have OCD and it's really bad. Like I have always struggled with roommates. I've always struggled in relationships because of how freakishly clean I am. Most people think I'm a slob because I play video games. They're just like, oh, Cheeto fingers. I'm like,
no.
I eat Cheetos with a glove. Okay. No Cheeto dust in my nails. But my cat, anytime I put like a jacket on the ground, he'd pee on it. Put a pillow on the ground, he'd pee on it. And it would only be my stuff. When I started living with my roommate, nope. Not at all. It's fine.
Weird.
Except for when my blanket was on his bed when I was gone. And I was like, you motherfucker. Like, and he's not bad anymore, but it was like so bad. I had to like replace everything. And I was just like, everyone's like, why don't you just get rid of him? I'm like, why would I can't do that. Yeah. I just forced him to become my pet. And it's like, hey, I'm sorry I took you from your tomcat life. Now I must live in this tiny apartment with me and my other cat. No, he's great. But yeah, it was just like, I always had cats growing up and they've always been easy until I got indoor cats. And I was like, oh, they need a lot of attention. Like still to this day, we have 3 because my roommate has one. And in order to justify having 3, I was like, we have to get a big fucking apartment. So we got like a 1,500 square foot apartment.
Oh, nice.
I know. In the valley.
Smart.
I don't have that much money. And it's like 3 stories and it's great and they run around everything. But here's the thing is I was my cat's first owner, so he never dealt with stairs. So my cats tumble a lot because they don't know how to run on stairs. Like they're really like, they walk to the side. They're like kind of duck footed. And it's
so cute.
It is very cute. But I love it. I'm such a cat person. And then I got him when I was like really single. I wasn't dating anyone. And now they've like tried to date people. I'm just not going to bring him back to my place. That is my rule. Unless you really like each other, you're not allowed to see. Also, because my bedroom has all my nerdy shit. None of that scream. That screams like 14-year-old boy, not 33-year-old single woman. It's great.
I feel like these days, like being nerdy is cool. Like, do you feel like that?
I think it's definitely. I don't know if it's cool. I think that everyone just wants to be different in a way, which is, yeah, like everyone should have something, make something unique. But because of that, like there's so much gatekeeping in gaming and anime and whatnot. Makes sense. Like, I don't like, you guys bullied me in high school for liking Naruto. No, we bullied you in high school because you smelled bad. No one gave a shit if you watched anime. Like, I was watching fucking anime in junior high. No one made fun of me. It's because you're an asshole. But there's that now. So it's for me, it's great. I want everyone to play video games and watch anime. That's just more stuff for me. And I also noticed that not a lot of comedians work in the gaming space.
Yeah, I don't think I know any.
Yeah, I know like maybe 3 other comedians that stream and like not regularly. Like Ron Funches streams, but he's already a big established comedian. Like he's
so funny.
Like, buddy, you don't need to go on Twitch for viewers. You have $1 million. I do. Okay. So, and that was kind of the reason why I moved here. I was like, I would get offered like these premieres for games, these premieres for anime movies. And I was like, I don't live in LA. Like, I just got to move there and let the opportunities come to me. And I'm still waiting for them.
She's here, though. She's ready. She's here.
I am physically in the city in case anyone's interested. But it is mind blowing. Like, I did a show. Have you done the Bourbon Room?
No, I've seen it. Rachel Sterling's doing it now, I think.
It's beautiful.
I need to go see it.
I'm such a like newbie LA person. I walked in, I was like, oh, this is Hollywood. And these girls at the bar were like, I was like, shut up. I just moved here. Let me breathe this all in. But I did like a gaming comedy show by this company called BitSlam, and it was amazing. Everyone on the show was a comedian. I was the only comedian that was a gamer, though.
That's fun.
Which I was like, so you play games? Like, nope. I'm just here because I got hired. And I was like, okay. Wow. So this is really mind-blowing. There's no one else. And it's crazy to me because it's like, you would think a lot of comedians have like gaming material and gaming jokes. They would be on Twitch. But then I realized like it is very conflicting because I spend 4 hours on Twitch and I try to go do a show and I'm exhausted.
That makes sense.
You know. Good old Seattle cocaine, right?
Do it. Woo!
With sparkling eyes, I can have 2 careers. With
perfectly caffeinated.
Perfectly caffeinated. I like how we're like, this is like Wayne's World. I do love it.
Do you talk about gaming on stage?
I do. I have a couple gaming jokes. Also, I'm not sick. I get really nasally from bright lights, which is ironic.
From bright lights?
Yeah, it's ironic because I stream.
No. There's bright lights everywhere.
My literal jobs, all of them, is being in front of bright lights. So I'm just constantly like, maybe you're gonna be like, maybe she actually does cocaine, but no, I literally have a sensitivity to lights. So
man, I've never heard that.
I found it out very recently.
Damn. Well, at least you know why.
And so yeah, I have a few jokes. Like my opening is about Twitch streaming, and that was when. Like a year and a half ago, I had like no followings on Instagram, and then it blew up because I started talking about like my gaming jokes, and I was like, oh wow, like not a lot of people have gaming material, but it's hard to do gaming jokes because you have to have an audience that plays games, and you know what? Gamers don't leave the house. Gamers start leaving the house because I have like a lot of good bits. Like one did really well. Like, oh my god, I've never seen someone do a Twitch streaming joke on stage. I'm like, because anytime I go on stage and say, does anyone here know what Twitch is? It is just dead silence. And so I have to. So I wrote the joke where I explain what it is, and then someone would be like, oh yeah, my kid watches that. I'm like,
no,
this is why I'm single. because your child's probably way too young for me. And so, yeah, I have a lot of jokes about it. And Twitch is great for practicing material because when you're live for that long, people just start asking you questions. Like I have a thing where it's like, discuss a topic or ask me questions, and people be like, what's your most embarrassing moment from high school? And then I'll be like, there's a whole fucking joke right there.
That is.
I didn't even think about. And so I think all my writing and material has gotten exponentially better from Twitch streaming. And then on top of that, like I love that you haven't seen me do comedy because I can literally just tell you my bits right now. But I have a bit about how people from my stream would come to my shows. Like I did a show a couple weeks ago in San Diego, and one of my viewers came out.
Cool.
And he like brought me a little gift. And I was like, oh my God, like I knew you liked the show. I bought you like a pin. I was like, this is so sweet. And it's so funny because they always introduce me as their Twitch names.
Oh my, I wouldn't think that.
Yeah, because I don't know their real names.
Yeah.
And some of them have really silly names, like Groupon Hookers. There's OBGYN Kenobi. That's
Shout
a good
out.
one. That's a great one. And they will literally walk up to me with no shame, be like, you know me as OBGYN Kenobi. I'm like, what's your real name? It's Greg. I'll just call you Greg. How about that? And so they'll like just call me Weasel. They'd be like, Weasel. And I'll be like, that has to be someone from my stream because no one else calls me that. And
That's cute though that it separates, like, you know where they know you from.
Oh yeah, we have these things called moderators. They like ban people if they say weird shit, or like they will help me, like if I'm like, oh, I should add this link, and they'll add it for me, so I have to do it on stream. And I've met almost all of the people who mod for me, and I'm really close with all of them.
That's cool.
And there's a couple comedians I've met from streaming. It's a really good way of communicating with people, and it's definitely a generational thing because we didn't have that when we were younger.
No.
We had dial-up internet.
Yeah.
If you want to watch one live, we had to wait for our dad to hang up the phone. It was like, Dad, I don't care about car insurance. I have to watch a streamer. But now this is what kids watch. They watch people play video games. They watch people build things. Like, it's how they connect. And I think it's a little sad as a boomer. We're like, go outside. But when I was a child, I was definitely indoors playing video games. But yeah, they'll like come on my stream and they'll be like, oh, I was stuck on this boss and I just saw you struggle with it, so I feel better about my life. And I'm like, thanks.
You're welcome.
My misery is your happiness.
Misery loves Lacey.
Yeah, misery loves Twitch. It's great though. And eventually I'd love to have like a live show where I have like a Twitch streamer and like a comedian do like a co-hosting thing, because so many streamers I know are hilarious. But they're like, I don't know how you do stand-up. I'm like, it's pretty easy compared to what you do, but thank you, because I'm when I'm online, I'm just me. I'm raw. If I drink enough, I will say things I should not be saying.
It doesn't record it, right? It's just all live.
Oh, it's recorded.
So wait, people can rewatch it whenever?
Yeah, everything, it deletes after 60 days, but I highlight a lot of my VODs because eventually I like want to post clips and whatnot. But like there are some things I'm like, I'm just going to delete last night's VOD. They didn't need to know about any of that. And it's so funny because you build such a wholesome community to the point where if I do post like a thirst trap or something on my story, people from my community be like, you look nice.
Aww.
I'd be like, shut up.
Nice.
I'll talk about I talked about, cause I got my boobs done 2 years ago.
Nice.
I love how you had a whole formula for the show. And
there's just so much to talk about. We've never hung out. I'm like, there's so much to know.
I was just like, wait a second.
No, this is perfect. We're talking about jokes and stuff.
Yeah,
good.
It's clippable, you know.
Yeah, we're good.
Everything's content. Have you noticed that with comedy? Because you post a lot of clips.
Oh God, I just started.
Yeah, they're good though.
Oh, I'm embarrassed, but thank you.
It's hard. I've been posting the same video I've had recorded, and I've just been taking bits from it. I'm like, I promise I do more than one stage in one outfit. It's like I have noticed people like write jokes just specifically for clips, because like some of mine, it's like none of my jokes are 60 seconds. They're like 3 minutes long.
Most are 3 minutes long.
Yeah, I have to like cut things down now, and that's so wild to me. And I'm like, and now I gotta buy a camera. I have homework now.
It's if you need help with cameras, I've made mistakes. I finally got a new one. It's actually the second camera. Hey,
shout out to the second camera.
But yeah, it's so much work. Yeah. I just whatever. It's what it is
just
now.
Book me.
Yeah, just
can you just see that I'm funny?
Just let us do your show.
I have like one unlisted YouTube video I just send to bookers, and they're like, what are your, like, that's why I started uploading clips. Like, do you have anything online? What's your YouTube? My YouTube has a set from 2014. You can go watch it, but it's not accurate.
Yeah.
It's very like not me making fun of nerds. I know I'm a nerd.
Is it really?
No, it's not. It's actually a lot of it's just jokes I still do, and I'm just like, I don't want you watching that. But
I don't want people watching anything. I feel like nothing is the same as live.
yeah.
Even when you watch a special, like, it's not what they saw in person.
It's also a lot of people, like, this is me being the gatekeeping comedian. It's like, we've been doing this for so long that we see people who are like a year in getting hundreds of thousands of followers.
Hundreds.
And I'm like, cool, bitch, do 45 minutes.
Yeah.
All right. Have fun. You can tell your silly little jokes. Go to Kansas. See how it works out there.
Right.
But I don't say it. I just say, you're doing good, kid.
Yeah.
You're doing good.
I go, we all have our own path.
Right?
We all have our own path.
That's why I had to get into streaming, because I was like, I need something else. I had to get my boobs done, and then I had to get streaming. No.
How big were your boobs before? Your boobs look great. They look real.
They weren't. They're not.
Really? They look like so real.
I was going to bring them up because I haven't brought them up on a podcast.
Oh, let's talk boobs. I've got boob talk to talk about.
I've been recording with men for the last 7 years. I'm going to be like, I got my boobs done. No, I originally was going to say when I got my boobs done, I hid it from stream because I was like, it was during the pandemic. So they're pretty new. And then when I finally was open up about them, my stream was dead silent. And then someone just said, they fit your body nicely. And I'm glad you're happy. And I'm like, you guys are so sweet. Can someone tell me they look good though? Like, can you just
tell me
say,
I look fucking hot?
Yeah,
man.
like this is you. You can objectify me just this once, okay? Because I spent good money on them and I need that. But yes, I got them done 2 years ago. I was literally flat.
You don't look like you would be like those look like your boobs.
That's why I got them. Thank you.
They fit you. They look real.
Did good. It's the tall, skinny person in me was like, I have the body of a 14-year-old boy at 31. Like, I have to do something about this. If I work out enough, I can get a butt. I can't grow boobs. So
No, you can't grow boobs.
And it was like the pandemic. I was drinking too much. I was doing a lot of other things, and I was like, I gotta change my life right now or this is gonna go bad. And so I got my boobs done. I was like, this is better than therapy.
And then before boob job, you have to like quit smoking, you have to get off everything for before and after, right? A couple. I mean, so they say, because my friend's about to get hers done.
Yeah.
So I should tell her she's fine. She doesn't have to overthink it.
I talked to so I went to like the top doctor in Bellevue. I was like, I had just gotten my new job. I got like a signing bonus, and I was like, what can I do with this? Like, I want to do something. I can save it, but I want to fucking blow it. And so my best friend got her boobs done, and they were phenomenal. Because again, all I saw were bikini barista titties.
I still can't believe that's a thing.
For 15 years, and they were like rock hard, and I was like,
the rock hard boob kills me when they have like this. They start this far apart, and then they're just like,
yeah. And when I was talking to my doctor, he goes, the actual surgery is actually really easy. The problem is that the aftercare people fuck up on. So and he says, and everyone's is different because it depends on like what kind of implants you have, how your body heals, how much fat you have on your body, the elasticity of your skin. I don't know. All sorts of
I always
shit.
think the skin's a thing. Or like you would think, like you wouldn't think yours would look so good because if you were that flat. I always assume when people have a bad boob job, they had nothing before.
Yeah, and I didn't have anything. I went from like because I'm tall and wider, I went from a C cup, which was basically an A cup, to like a triple D, which is basically like a D. Yeah, and they said for me, because how they do it is it's a 45-minute surgery, which is crazy to me. And they cut you open, they put the thing in, and then they fill it up from there.
What?
Yeah.
Like a flat tire?
Yeah. It's like, there's just air in here, actually. Don't pop my boob. And I was very scared about that. And they're like, okay, well, because of that, people who are too skinny sometimes go too small. Mm-hmm. And so he goes, you need to go bigger. And I was like, oh. And he's like, they're not going to look like big, fake, but they will fill out the areas that are really flat. And he goes, and you also have to wear a bra for 3 months. I was like, oh no.
Like 24 hours a day?
Yeah, a wired bra. What am I, fucking 12?
Oh,
Ew.
no.
I know.
Barf.
God. Like, people have open heart surgery. I'm like, yeah, but did you have to wear a wired bra for 3 months to bed?
Yeah,
and
complain.
and I sleep on my stomach. You couldn't do that. I had to barricade myself with pregnancy pillows to sleep every night. And you can only take it off when you shower, and I can only shower for 15 minutes. And luckily I did during the pandemic. And he's like, even in the summertime, because I got it done, thankfully got it done right after summer. He's like, no bikinis, no bathing suits. And I hate bras. That was another reason why I want him done.
I do too. I hate him so much.
Yeah. And I had flat chests. I had like little empanadas. They weren't cute. I had cute petite titties, and then I turned 30 and everything just like loosened up. So I was like, I got to get some titties. And so after the bra, like my boobs changed a lot every month. They looked completely different.
Wow.
And they didn't shape themselves until last summer. So
what do you mean?
Like a whole year, like between the 3 months and the year that they were healed, my breast size changed a lot.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because it's just how your body has to grow. And he says it can take up to a year for your body to get used to them. And then you never need to get them fixed again, ever.
I like this doctor. I feel like he's like legit.
He is. He was a lot of money. And now he's retired because he's like 75.
You got him just in time.
And he was like, I quit neurosurgery to do this. And I was like, oh, he goes, because this is where the money is. I was like, that is funny.
Smart. It terrifies. Like, what? It's very LA. Or America.
It was Bellevue. That's our LA in Seattle.
Okay.
Yeah. Bellevue's like very white. There is a comedian who used to live here who's Asian. And he has a joke. He's from Bellevue originally. He used to have this joke on stage. Oh, when I grew up, there was no Asian people and it was a minority. And I'm like, you grew up in Bellevue, though. Like, your parents were millionaires. Like, you're not allowed to pull that shit.
That's funny. Only you know.
Only I knew, but I didn't say anything. I was like, you're trying to act like you were the poor Asian kid on the block. Your parents were from Microsoft, okay?
And I'm like, I hear that joke and I'm like, oh, Bellevue. Ew.
But yeah, when I got him done, I was a huge tomboy growing up, all through like my 20s. And I just want to be more feminine and feel in touch with my feminine side.
Oh my gosh, I could get into that one. Yeah.
We should. We're best friends now. And because of that, I noticed how I ended up getting rid of a lot of my guy friends because it's like your boobs were my therapy. It was like my boobs brought in so much things. It made me realize how toxic my male friendships were. It made me realize how much I need more female connections. It made me more comfortable with my height because I always hated being tall.
You don't look like, as an outsider, it's not like, oh, she's tall.
Yeah, no, but just I'm naturally very like slouchy. But I wasn't, I was like, I'm 5'10" now, which is normal for a tall person my age, but I was this size when I was 18. So in 18, every childhood photo, I'm in the top row. And, you know, boys were so mean back then. My nickname in high school was Lisa Love Handles.
What?
How fucked up is that?
That is so insanely fucked up.
And I was like, because I was into like skateboarding and video games, and I just wanted to be one of the boys, but I wasn't like a pick-me girl. I was just sad that I connected more with guys, and they would just body shame me all the time. And then getting my boobs kind of made me own my body and my sexuality, my feminine side. And the guy friends that were uncomfortable with that hated it. They would always say things like, oh, now you push your titties all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. Why are you complaining about my beautiful tits being out?
It's like if you went to the gym and worked really hard at your body, wouldn't you want to show it off more?
Yeah.
Instead, I paid $8,000 for that. So,
but gym memberships add up.
Yeah, and so it was like and that it all led to like me being here. It's just that within the last like year and a half, my perspective on so many things changed. How I present myself online, it just makes you like more confident. And it really, titties are powerful. Free the nipple, you know,
let it out.
Yeah. And it's crazy. Like, I feel like I'm still the same person, but I've just completely changed how I present myself in so many ways. And now I struggle having male friends. Like, you had this segment we're supposed to do, the weekly wiener.
Yeah. Do you have a wiener?
Oh, I have so many wieners.
Ooh, let's get into a wiener.
Literally all the wieners are them. And
let's hear it.
Yours was like, what, if something that bugs you that it shouldn't type thing. I have a very hard time, as my friend put it, when I'm very direct with people, I don't soften the blow. So within the last month of me being here, I have lost contact with like 3 of my closest male friends, like completely ignoring me. Like, I will send them messages that I'm like, I feel like this is giving you the you know, the opening talk to me. And she's like, no, it sounds like you're going to kill them. Like, I had a friend one of my close friends who lives here was like, I'm so excited for you to move to LA. We're finally gonna hang out all the time, blah, blah, blah. And we hung out once and then has just like dropped the ball on me since. And I'm like, I have no idea why. Like, we're still good friends. And I'm like, I literally have no idea why we wouldn't be talking. I really have no idea why we wouldn't be cool. Why can't you just talk to me? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I literally don't know why we would not be cool. I thought but it's coming out as like me screaming at him. Like the little Kent girl in me is coming out. And so I have to like learn. So I think the thing that bugs me is how I am and how men are with me is that we are so in tune with our emotions and how to talk to people and be direct with people. Like if you have a friend that bugs you, normally you would just tell them. Yeah. Like, hey, I kind of need a break from you right now. Or like, hey, I'm not doing really good. I'm sorry we haven't been talking. But like, I can't even get my guy friends to do that one little thing. And so, but I've also had to learn as someone who has gone through doubts of like depression, because I found out he was like, I'm severely depressed and all this stuff. And I'm so sorry. It's not just you. And I was like, whatever. Fuck you, bitch. Like, and so, but like for me, it's like, oh man, why couldn't you tell me that weeks ago before I like freaked out on you? So like I have to learn how to cater to other people's emotions now. And even though like I'm like this big, like high confident queen who's like, I've gone through all the things and now nobody can stop me. No. And so like I was like trying to think of like the weekly wiener and I was like, oh my God, this is all just me.
You're the wiener?
I am the wiener. Like, yes, like I think men can be a little more direct with what's going on with them. Like just, you know, don't ghost me as a friendship or whatever. Just tell me what's going on or give me a heads up. But like me, I'm like, so like, I don't give them the moment to do that. And I'm kind of like that with women too, but women are so much more cool about it because we're all crazy, you know, like I'm on my period, my ass is burnt, my face is peeling. There's nothing going on that's good right now. But yeah, I'm kind of turning into the wiener.
Oh no. That sucks that they're like long time, like good friends, like good friends.
Yeah. And I get really upset when they just won't say, just text. It was like 2 months of like ignoring me. Like, come on.
It's a long time.
It's a long time. And like, I went through some horrible trauma like 6 years ago and it was overwhelming talking to people. At least I'd be like, copy and paste message everyone. Hey, I'm going through a lot. I'll get back to you. I'll go through a lot. I'll get back to you. And even though, yes, I'm the wiener, you wieners out there, you real wieners out there, just honestly, just I don't care if it hurts. Just tell me. Just give me something to work with. But nope, nothing. And so I'm like, I give up. So
I don't think you're the wiener. I don't think you're the wiener.
We should just clip that. I don't think you're the wiener. I think it's one of those things where it's like now that I so much of your life changes when you're in your 30s.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like so much.
I'm like, I feel like I'm talking too much. It's literally your podcast. I'm like, am I talking too much? I'm your guest today.
Your job is to do this. No. Like the more girlfriends, like I was always a tomboy. I had all guy friends. Yeah. And now it's like, I just need a girls' night or to be alone.
Yeah. Right? The girls thing that Jackie did, the brunch was so sweet. And it's like, oh my God, I get to see all these people. And yes, I'm sure you've dealt with the mean girls. Like I have gotten a couple mean girls in LA and I'm like, bitch, why? What are you doing?
Yeah.
That's the other wiener. It's like, women, why are you hating on other women? We go through so much. Like just be nice to each other. It's so easy to just not be mean to another woman.
So easy.
Like even if she's having a bad day, it's probably because of a dude. 99% of the time, it's because of a man. If a woman is hating another woman, the woman who has the internalized misogyny is because of a man. Like men is causing these problems. Okay, so just be nice to other women. Like when I was at the Bourbon Room and those girls are like, I was like, I just moved here. Also, like, isn't it refreshing to see someone be excited about a place that you've been to?
They should be.
When I was in Seattle, my boss moved from LA to Seattle. I was so excited to show her everything. And it's like, I just hate people. It's like, what are you doing?
There's a lot of just really, like, bitter people out here. I think it's like they're just miserable. They're not making it. And now they just want to make they hate happy people.
Yeah. I also have a theory that because we're all in our 30s, we don't want wrinkles on our face, so women just stop smiling. They're like, I don't want to seem too happy. I'm just be mad, just dead faced all the time, and I'll be like, wow, what a bitch. I'm like, but no wrinkles on her forehead.
She will look really, really hot when she's older.
Yeah, I just can't stand it when people are like, I'm just always been very nice.
Always.
Even when I was a tomboy, I just really wanted girlfriends, but then I'd have to bring around my shitty male friends. I'm like, well, I'd rather just not have that at all, actually, because they'll try to fuck you and then you'll hate me for it, and I don't want to do that.
That is so spot on. My mom always said, like, growing up, if I was like, you can have guy friends, and she's like, all your guy friends want to fuck you, and I'm like, no, they don't.
And then you get your boobs and they're like, oh, I hate that she knows that she's hot now. We need to tell her. Lisa, you still have love handles, but now I got boobs to fill them out. And they're like, fuck, damn it.
We're screwed.
Yeah, and then when you won't fuck them, they will do everything they can to make you feel like you deserve to fuck them or you're not good enough to fuck them.
No.
I've had that shit happen recently. Like, I got ghosted by a guy recently who didn't even have a bidet. And I'm like, and you want me to lick your ass? Well, you don't even clean it. Why am I sad about you? You're disgusting. Like,
oh, that's some overheard LA shit right there.
Like, sir, I have 3 cats and you have more hair in your apartment than I do. Oh. Like, why am I sad about you?
No, that is so gross.
And then you hate yourself for it. I'm like, what am I doing? What? Because of, like, women, we're so powerful, but the minute, like, some guy does the bare minimum because that's all we can ask for you to do, like me saying, just text me. Just be like, hey, I'm busy. Okay, we're still friends.
Yeah,
like,
just something.
Yeah. Like, yeah, my friend's right. Like, I shouldn't be so direct and honest with people. But at the same time, people should probably not get me to the point where I think that I did something wrong. Like, what happened? I want to know what's going on. They don't want to deal with it. It's like, those people are all about the good time. Someone told me that's an LA thing, is that a lot of LA people don't want to do confrontation because it's like they don't want to deal with that awkwardness. I was like, I haven't heard that.
I mean, I don't like confrontation, but that's just how I was raised.
Yeah, you're in Florida. Confrontation means like getting eaten by an alligator or
you just die.
Murdered by a car in a grocery store or something.
But that's like I have not heard that one.
Yeah, I just like it's mainly like guys. Because it's like guys I'd go out and drink with. It's like they always want to have a good time.
Got it.
Same with some girls too. I just say some girls so the men don't get mad. That this is me hating on them. But like I'd be like, why don't they want to have this very serious, awkward conversation with me? And it's like, yeah, because you guys would drink every night, and now you want to like show some kind of emotions towards them, and they're like, no, we'll just go back to doing karaoke.
We're busy.
Yeah, it is crazy, but. No, I have a lot of wieners. I have another wiener. Can I talk about the other wiener?
Yeah, I'd love to hear another wiener.
I don't know how long we can go.
We can do as many wieners as we
have
want.
So many wieners. Another one I hate is this happens so much. So I have a lot of friends that are tattooed, a lot of male friends, but I'm like heavily tattooed, and I don't ever make tattoos my personality. I don't even have jokes about it, which I think is fascinating. Because anytime I see a comedian with tattoos, they always have a joke about it on stage, and I'm like,
true.
I don't have one.
That's impressive.
And I have more tattoos than any comedian I know. And I have zero because I don't see them. I see I see more tattoos here than Seattle. And I'm like, oh, that person has a hand tattoo. That's crazy. And I have 2. But I see them as like a criminal. I don't know why. Like every time I see someone with a tattoo, I get fascinated by it. Like I've never seen one in my life. So I hang out with a lot of people with tattoos because that's just naturally what you do. And this has happened 3 fucking times. You can bleep that. I don't care.
No, we can fucking talk.
We can fucking talk.
We can fucking talk.
This is what every guy tells me.
We can fucking talk.
Yo, we can fucking talk, but just not about serious stuff.
No, like I'm trying to chill and do Sing Journey next.
I'm just trying to vibe and sing Journey. Or Billy Joel, you know.
Yeah, whatever they have in their book.
But like this has happened 3 times. So this trend I fucking hate. And I don't know if any video game conventions are watching this, but stop having fucking tattoo booths at gaming conventions.
Oh, is this a thing?
It's a thing. Tattoo conventions, yes, that's what they're made for. But I go to like an anime convention, gaming convention. There's always a big hall with tattoos, no ventilation, just a bunch of sweaty gamers in their sweaty deodorless aura going around to people's open wounds, and it grosses me the fuck out. And
wait, are they tattooing? They're tattooing people there
at the conventions.
What?
It's so gross. Like people think, oh, I got a tattoo at a convention. Yeah, that's disgusting.
They're getting it like a souvenir.
Yeah. I don't like that because to me, is it a scratch and sniff? You're gonna smell someone's gamer sweat on there, like that, I just imagine because the air is so gross and unventilated. Like these conventions, I'm saying this as a gamer. I can make fun of gamers. I have a gamer friend. I will leave these conventions with acne. That's how gross the air is because it's just a bunch of sweaty people in cosplays and clothes place. So I don't want to get tattooed there, right? But this has happened so many times. I will be with a friend. And like I was with a guy friend, he has like half of a sleeve done. And he was going up to sign up for one. I was giving him shit for this. The guy walks up and he goes, "Dude, did that hurt?" While I'm standing there with 2 full arm tattoos, and he just gets in a conversation and he goes, "Oh yeah, dude." So he goes, "What's the most painful place you've ever been tattooed?" Starts this whole conversation with me. I'm like, "Hello, motherfucker." This has happened so many times, and I don't know why it bugs me because it's like I don't even want to have this conversation, but I think it's just like a patriarchy thing where it's like they want to naturally like connect with that guy, and it's like this girl doesn't know what she's talking about. And like I went to a place the other day to get banh mi with my friend, and he has also like a half sleeve, and the guy was just like, "Dude, I was thinking about getting a half sleeve. Like, what hurts more, like this part or this part?" And I'm like,
"What?
Am I just? Do you think I just draw these on every day?" And
that's so weird.
It's like I love having connections with people, and I like to talk about this stuff. But almost anytime with a man, it's like I also date a guy who had like a bunch of little tiny tattoos. Like he looked like a fucking old school Chipotle bag, you know. And he was like, "I'm thinking about becoming a tattoo artist." I'm like, "Yeah, that'd be cool." And he goes, "Yeah." And then starts mansplaining different types of needles to me, different types of ink, how different shading does different things. Like, I've been really studying it. And it's like, yeah, dude, I know. I have like 50 hours under my belt. I know how this shit works. And he was just like, "Yeah. And, you know, I was thinking about buying a kit online and blah, blah, blah." I was like, "Oh, well, you should talk to my artist." Like she did my sleeves, my back. He knew where. He goes, "Oh, yeah, I can do my own research." I'm like,
why wouldn't you go to someone who does it professionally?
Right? And guess what? He does terrible tattoos. And I'm just like, you know what? Enjoy your prison tattoos. Even though I've seen some sick prison tattoos. But I'm like, it's just like things like that where I'm like even now, like my landlord, bless him, we have a great apartment, but it's very funny. I found the apartment, I did all like the leasing stuff, and I lived in Seattle. My roommate lived here, and anytime there's a problem or anytime he needs an update, he just calls my roommate or messages my roommate because he's the guy. And my roommate's like, "It's not it." I'm like, "It is it. That's 100% it." Like I was like, "Hey, we had a leak from the hurricane," end quote. And I was like, I texted Anthony, our fucking, oh my God, you can bleep him out. I just texted Anthony about the leak in our ceiling. And instead of texting me back, he calls my male roommate about it and was like, "Can you tell me what's going on?"
What? But you texted him?
I was like, am I invisible?
I have one of those that have been bugging me at the gym. And it's like one of those things where I'm like, am I just thinking this? And I'm not usually one to go out of my way to be like, "Oh, it's because I'm a girl." But then when something happens a few times, I'm like, it feels like it is.
It really is. It always is.
So this it's happened a few times the last couple of weeks at the gym. I've been going at the busiest time, and I usually don't, but lately I have. And so I'll be in like the dumbbell area, like the arm area, where there's the bench, and then you're doing your dumbbell, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Where people will come up to me and ask how, like, can they take something I'm using?
And you're like, I'm using it.
I'm using it.
Yeah.
And then I look around. The first time it happened, I was so flabbergasted. I was so flabbergasted. I was a little girl. I said, "Sure, take it. I'm done." And then I was like, fuck, I needed that.
You're like, "Keep your filthy materials away from me. I'm here to find a suitor."
Trying to get my...
I am the dumbbell of the ball. Sorry.
So I gave him, it was like the bench. I was like, he's like, "Are you using the bench?" And I was like, "Oh, you can have it." And I was just like, I was working out.
And you're like, I don't paying attention.
Yeah.
Right?
And then the next few times I was like, "Yeah, I'm using it." What the fuck?
Yeah. It happens so many. I went to the gym today and shit like that happens. I've had guys ask me to spot me before, and like sometimes I will let them, but like I was doing like 10 pounds. Like I was just trying to get a little bit of a workout. He's like, "Do you need a spot?" I was like, "No." How weak do you think if I can't do 10 pounds, I need to go to the hospital. Like I don't know. I think it's when we were younger, we don't notice these things because we just think, oh, you know, they're just ignorant. And then you realize how they are with the opposite sex and you're like, no. They just assume I'm stupid. And sometimes that works out in your favor. Because like, you know, sometimes if it's like if I don't want to change my tire, which I've had done before, my dad taught me, I will play dumb. I'll be like, I don't even know how to do it. Like, how do I do it? Like I used to be like, no, I am a smart, powerful woman who's independent. And then my friend's like, play dumb. It really works out in your favor.
It's also a strong move as well.
Yeah, in some cases. In other cases, I get really offended. So it's like, you're going to ask this guy with this little fucking Sonic the Hedgehog tattoo if it hurts versus me? Like, I am standing here a foot taller than this man, clearly more inked up, but you're just going to act like it. I'm just not here at all. And so I just did that thing that I do where I'm just very loud and aggressive. This is why I didn't fit in with Seattle. Seattle's very passive aggressive, which I hate. I'm like, just call me a bitch. Just call me a bitch.
You'd be great in New York.
Yeah. Don't be like, I would have, but she. No, I'm like, okay, have fun with your disease fucking gamer tattoo. Disgusting fucking convention ass shit. He's like, Lisa, calm down. I was like, no, fuck this guy. I don't know where I was raised, where that came out, but that's who I am now, and so that shit doesn't fly in a lot of places. I like it. I know, and so get very aggressive when I get ignored.
Well, I just think it's not a polite situation. If there's two people there, you talk to both of them.
Nope, it was just. I'm like, unless you're like super fucking gay, which granted, take my friend, he could use it, but you weren't, so. And like, yeah, playing dumb in the sense where it's like, if my landlord calls my roommate, then yes, my roommate has to annoyingly explain everything to him and I don't have to. And I can just sit and be like, I'm just going to sit in my little chair and get some sunshine. I don't know what a leak in the roof is. You know, I will take that.
The roof is on the floor, right?
Yeah, but a lot of times it's like before comedy, I was a forklift driver.
What?
In a grocery store.
That is badass. And
I taught people how to drive the forklift. I was the receiver at a grocery store in Seattle. For 10 years, I worked there.
No way.
And I started as a cart pusher. Then I was a cashier, worked my way up to the top, which was the wall deli manager. I ordered all the cheese and the meat. And I stocked milk in a cooler and I did freight. And I was like, the amount of misogyny I dealt at that job was unreal. All I had to do, I came in at midnight every day. I would stock six fucking crates of milk. And I would be like, oh, let me get that for you. I'm like, no, I got this. And like, I was like 25 and most receivers were old people in their 70s or old women, old men. And then there's this cute 25-year-old me. Every driver hit on me, which is great. They would give me free sparkling ices all the time. Or they would give me like free bread, or it was really funny. It was like the medieval times. They would just
like a loaf.
Yeah, they would bring me free loaf. They would give me little gifts. And I loved it. But then there was one time where like somebody brought in like a pallet of beer and I hopped on the forklift. Like, whoa, let me get that. I'm like, no. This is my job. And this goes into the embarrassing story.
Oh, let's hear it.
Had.
Perfect.
I was trying to be the little showing off thing. Definitely smashed the pallet of beer into another pallet.
How much beer was it?
It wasn't a lot, but it was enough to make me look stupid. But the thing is if you get in a work-related accident on a forklift, you have to take a drug test. Really? And I did a lot of drugs. But luckily, this is also one win for the women, is my grocery store manager had a huge crush on me. So he took the drug test for me.
No way.
I don't even think I can legally say this because he knew how much weed I smoked. I was dumb. I came into work every night reeking like weed. Because it's like I just started doing comedy. I would do a set at whatever club and then I'd go into work at 2 a.m. I didn't sleep at all. I don't know how I look my age at this point. So I get super fucking high. I'd show up just smelling like shit. But all the guys loved me. He's like, Lisa's one of us. She's like one of the dudes. We definitely don't want to fuck her. But he took the test for me and it was fine. But like, I still think about that so much. It is unreal. Like, I wake up nightmares thinking about remember one time when you knocked over that pallet of beer? And beer fucking stinks.
It's such a strong
smell. So everyone who was coming in, putting their produce carts away, every person that day had to work and come in and be like, what does it smell like this? Oh, Lisa just crashed the beer pallet. Well, they shouldn't let her drive the forklift. I'm sorry. Do you want to get fired for misogyny? Yeah. Okay.
You stay out of this, Todd.
I ended up quitting like 6 months later. I was like, I can't do this. I have too much trauma.
Oh my God.
From trying to look cool in front of the Columbia distributing guy.
So wait, did you make that into a joke?
No.
No, you should.
I have so many embarrassing jokes already about embarrassing moments of my life. One of them I've mentioned on another podcast, but it was mainly because of gaming. This is now because of dating. This is another bit that I do, but this is a true story. When I did start dating, not like way before the pandemic, I didn't have dating apps or anything. It was just fucking Facebook.
You're raw dogging it on the book.
That was it. Like, you were like, all your shit was out there, right?
Your high school.
And I was, it was my early 20s. And this is before I did comedy, but there was a guy who was like a coach for the Seattle Sounders, which was the soccer team. And they were really big at the time, and he would always hit on me. And like back then, being starstruck was like, oh my God. Now you just run into celebrities all the time. You're like, whatever. Like, that's LA.
It is.
I still get starstruck. But actually, never mind. We'll continue with this. So this guy was hitting on me a lot, right? And I was like, oh my God, he worked for the Sounders. But he's like, no one knew who he was, right? And he was like, well, I'd love to take you on a date sometime. I was like, oh my God, I'd love that. And he goes, well, I'm not really into video games or anything, but I'd love to take you somewhere that I think you would like. I was like, okay. So he took me to a barcade. It was called GameWorks. It's like a Dave & Buster's, but for people who drink, I guess.
Yeah, I've been to one of those. They're fun.
Yeah, and it was fun. And I thought that was really cute because it was like, oh, he's trying. Yeah. Right? And we started playing like one of these like shooter games like Time Crisis, House of the Dead. And there's a rule with these shooting games is that, and this is the bit, is like if you need to reload your gun, you either have to shoot away from the screen or you have to press a button on the bottom. And they didn't have the button. So I kept saying, hey, this is going to be intense. We're in a war with these zombies. So if you need to reload your gun, you got to shoot away from the screen. But he had this idea that you still had to be pointing to the screen because of the infrared. I don't know, whatever. Either way, he wasn't fucking getting it. Yeah. So he kept shooting at different quarters. He's like, I can't get a reload. And I was just getting very angry with him. I was like, listen, buddy, I'll help you when I'm done, but I'm still playing because I don't suck. I'm not nice. And so eventually he got annoyed with me, and we went up to the bar to go get a drink, and I went to go order my drink. He goes, actually, I think I'm just going to leave. And he just left me there with like the open bar tab.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
And this was before Uber and Lyft. This is before, I think back then I had like a flip phone maybe.
Oh my God.
I don't know when I got an iPhone, when I was like 25 or some shit. Yeah. It wasn't a way that I could just call somebody, right? So I was at the bar by myself, and luckily the bartender was nice. He like gave me my stuff for free and hung out with me. But the embarrassing part is I had to get my dad to come pick me up at like 1 a.m. And he goes, why am I picking you up? I was like, well, my date just left me at the arcade. And he had to come pick me up, and I forgot that my car was at his house.
The guy's house?
Yeah. So he drove us back. He drove us to the GameWorks.
Oh my God.
And the guy was a little older. I was 22. He was like 28.
Okay.
And so this is embarrassing for me. But also, why are you dating a 22-year-old? So my dad had to drive me back to his house, and my keys were inside. The whole night was just a fucking mess.
It just gets worse and worse.
And he's not home. So I had to call him. He's not answering his phone, right? So my dad and I, like, we have a good relationship now, but back then it was just like, I don't want to hang out with my dad. So we're just sitting in his car for like 20 minutes. The guy finally shows up, and he walks straight in the house, and then he sees me, and he goes inside. I'm like, I need to get inside. I go inside to get my keys. He's fucking hammered, and he tries to make out with me.
Oh my God.
By apologizing. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm just not used to dating a girl like you. And I'm like, my dad's outside. I need my car. And like, it was just such a rough night.
Holy
I obviously
shit.
make it way funnier on stage.
And this is the behind the scene. This is the real story.
This is the real situation. And my dad has had to pick me up from bad dates like 3 or 4 times. And it's like, and I feel so bad because it's like you don't, my dad, the last date he picked me up when that was bad was literally 2 years ago. Like when I did have Uber and Lyft, when I had other friends, when I was like close to my parents' house, I was like, Dad, I know it's 2 a.m., but I just got in a fight with my date, and I need you to come pick me up. Where's your car? Let's not worry about it. Just take me home.
Oh.
It was, yeah. Oh, bless his heart.
Oh my gosh. That makes your dad a champion.
Well, you saw the other embarrassing thing that happened recently. I don't know if you saw it on my story, the Mark Maron situation.
No.
You didn't see that?
No. Oh my God.
This is the first time I'm going to talk about it.
Oh, I can't wait.
So back to the whole celebrity starstruck bullshit or whatever. I grew up in a town called Covington, very small. The only other person, ironically, from Covington who is notable is Jeff Dye.
Okay.
Who is a comedian here that lives a block from me, which is very funny.
He lives a block from you?
Yeah, I was like, why is it the only two people from Covington, Washington, out of like the entire state of California live and do comedy and went to the same junior high school, and elementary school? It is. We found that out the other day. I was like, oh God, this is so funny. But nobody was from there. Like no big celebrities ever came through or anything, right? And so at my heart, I'm like, yeah, I get a little excited when I see famous people. Like I play it cool though. And I've been going to the Comedy Store. I've never been to the Comedy Store before. And Mark Maron was performing. I love him. I watched his set. And when he walked out the door, in my head, I was like, okay, am I going to do like the cool like LA thing where I'm just like, great set, buddy, you know? Because I'm going to see him a lot. Like I know he's
always at the store.
Yeah.
He used to be there more, but he's still there a lot.
I think with the strike, a lot of people are at the store more. But I was like, or should I just be myself and be like, hey, my name's Lisa. I'm a huge fan. I'm from Seattle, blah, blah. I was like, no, I'm going to be the LA person. Because I was also super fucking drunk.
Oh, yeah. And that's going to change everything.
So when he walked out, I was like, great set, man. I did like this fucking air fist thing. And he was just like, thanks. And I was like, and so I get home and I go on Instagram. I started complaining about it. I was like, you know, this one thing I like about LA people is that you guys are so jaded when celebrities, you guys are like, oh my God, celebrities are like raccoons. They're just everywhere. You just leave them alone. And I was like, no, I'm from a city where no celebrities came and Mark Maron performed and I did the cool thing and I regret it because I love him. I'm obsessed with this shit and I had to play it cool because I'm trying to be like you guys. And I'm at home and I'm mad. And I said that, right? Well, some motherfucker that we're friends with snitched to Mark Maron.
No.
He sends me a message on
oh my God, no way.
Because I posted this when I was like super drunk. I still have the story saved because it's funny. And people were like, oh, you know, you don't turn LA, just be yourself, blah, blah, blah. So I wake up with this message the next day.
Oh,
and
I can't believe that.
Show it to you for proof. Just imagine you look at your notifications and you see Mark Maron wants to send you a message. And I was like, oh, fuck. And he says,
God.
It's okay. I'll see you around. Don't beat yourself up. Someone DM'd me your rant. Relax. Mark Maron telling me to relax. I don't know if that's a win. I feel like... buddy, you relax, okay? You haven't relaxed in like 60 years. But he sends me that message, and at first I was like, oh, that's really cute. Like someone I know sent it in. But now I'm like, I didn't want him to hear all that. Like I was like, I'm obsessed with his stuff. I'm obsessed with him, blah, blah, blah. I use the word obsessed. And now every time I go to the store, I have to like beeline away from him because I'm like, he's gonna, like I stick out. Like I'm sure he looked at my profile and was like, ugh, I'll message her in the afternoon, you know, like.
I can't believe he messaged you.
I don't know who snitched. Whoever snitched, tell me. Sparkling Ice, was it you?
I think you need to just next time you see him, go up to him and be like, hi, I want to just reintroduce myself. Thanks for messaging me.
Oh, I know. And everyone's like, if anything, you create a funny dialogue. Like this is obviously like a funny interaction. You should talk about it. You know, who knows? Maybe one day he'll book you on a show or something. I was like, it's the fact that he saw that story, that parasocial thing. Cause like I get that thing with Twitch and streaming. It's like, there's people who see me as like, oh my God, you're so famous. I'm like, I don't make six figures. I just want to tell you that right now, but I'm glad you think I'm famous. I have one check mark on Twitch. That's it. No other place cares about me. But people like treat you like that, and then they put you on this weird pedestal. And so I start to feel for people who are like that because I'm like, this man has been dealing with that for years, and now he's like, oh, there's a fresh new comic here in LA, obsessed with everybody. Blah, blah, blah.
I think it was nice that he messaged you.
It's still a very funny, mildly embarrassing story. So
mildly embarrassing. I don't know. That's pretty fucking embarrassing.
Mildly embarrassing that he told me to relax. Relax. We'll watch the video after. You can see it.
I wish that he just didn't say the relax part. But knowing like his character, I feel like if other people said relax, I would probably would have been pissed.
Yeah.
But from him, I feel like it's just like, I don't think he meant it.
Oh yeah. If I could have been like, oh no, you relax. Instead, I said, OMG, LOL. I don't know who sent that to you. I'm so sorry, but great set. See you around.
Oh, that's perfect.
And then he left me on red, and that haunts me until this day. I still look at it. It says seen last Tuesday. And I'm like,
I messed up with a celebrity thing.
I want to hear it, please.
So I love David Spade. I've listened to all of his audiobooks, SNL, all of his movies. I just grew up, me and my brother would watch Joe Dirt on repeat. Like
Tommy Boy. I love David Spade. Oh my God.
Love David Spade. So I did a reel and he DM'd me that he liked it. Just like, hey, this was really funny. And I was like, the fuck?
And you farted into the mic and sent it to him. You're just like, oh no.
How did you know?
Oh shit.
Oh my God. But it was just so random and so cool. The problem was the night before, it was right when his new special came out, and the night before, people were talking about him, and I was like, oh, I love David Spade. His new special was great, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, so then when he messaged me the next day, after the night that I was just ranting about how much, like, defending him and how much I liked him and everything, I was like, oh, that's so crazy. I was talking about you last night.
To my boyfriend in bed after sex.
And I was like,
crazy.
Why couldn't I just say thank you?
Yeah, and I also, like, it's also, we know how weird it is because we're comedians and we know the egos comedians have, because all we want is for people to like us. And I'm sorry, it is, again, back to the man stuff. Men are on a different level of that ego confidence. That's why Ali Wong has that joke about how all male comedians have the hottest girlfriends and all female comedians date 2-star magicians from Yelp. It's true. And so it's like, I don't think you fucked that up. He probably was very flattered because, I mean, most of David Spade's fans would be people our age, too. And probably not a lot of women as much as men, I would think.
Yeah, probably.
At least I think most of the women that liked him probably like him more from his acting. Because when I mentioned David Spade to my sister, who's only a couple years older than me, I'm like, oh, he has a new special. She goes, he does stand up.
What?
I get that so much about so many celebrities. Like, I didn't even know he did stand up.
That's crazy.
Once you see someone in acting, you don't associate them with stand up.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
So he probably loved it.
I just
wish. He probably framed it.
Oh, wait, there's more. There's more. It's not bad. It's not bad. So the other day I was at the Comedy Store and my friend was running the show in the green room, so I was in the green room and he was on the show. I've never met him in person. I played it too cool. I went the opposite route.
Oh, you did the me route?
No, I just did the Mandy. Nice to meet you.
Oh no!
Not like.
Do you think he recognized you?
No, not like.
No.
Not like. It wasn't like I'm not too cool to meet you. It was just like I would do to anyone. Hi, I'm Mandy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like, it's just one of those awkward things. Like, I don't know how to present myself right now in this moment.
Because I just one to the other. None of it matters.
Fart out of my mouth. I just walk up and I just do armpit farts. I also make people laugh.
No armpit farts. So yeah, if you guys are listening and there's a celebrity that you're a huge fan of, we have no advice for you because there's no right way to do it.
We will literally throw up on their laps and be like, "Do you still like me? Will you follow me back on Instagram?" No, it's great. I'm sure I'll run into that a lot here. And now the problem is I run into guys who are associated with celebrities.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm like, we get it. You're friends with so and so.
I get that a lot.
Yeah, me. I'm like, I'm friends with my cats. Those are my friends. Those are my favorite. They get more subs and more viewers on my channel than I do.
Aw,
so.
wait, I have to pee.
Anyways.
I never make it without having to pee. We're so close too. Okay, wait. Oh, yeah, I got this. Okay.
Should we do a closing out then?
Yeah. But then I was going to see if you have time to do a Patreon thing.
I always have
Okay,
time.
cool.
I'm not streaming tonight.
And then we'll pee break because sparkling ice makes you have to pee. I look like a 5-year-old. I'm like,
it's very hydrating.
I have to go pee.
Shout out to Hydrating Caffeine.
Okay. Is there anything you want to plug before we go? Plug away.
Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, all at WISALALLEN, Weasel Ellen. I have to spell it out because nobody knows how to spell it. Yeah, Twitch is the best. Instagram is the best because that's where everyone thinks you're most important. But Twitch, I'm always live, usually Monday through Wednesday or Tuesday through Thursday, 3 days a week. And I play a lot of games. I build Legos. I do all sorts of things. She's got to pee. So
No. Just, keep going. Keep it going.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, and then obviously if you're in LA and you want to see comedy, I will hopefully get booked. If you book comedy, you should book me. I am very funny. And that's it.
Yeah. And if Mark Maron and David Spade is listening.
Yeah, we think you're all right. You're okay.